Hey guys, what is up? This is Grow Every Day. Here we are in the garage with the brand new RTX 3090. Look at this thing of beauty. So this is going to go into this case right here. I am going to take out this 1080 Ti and this other 1080 Ti, move these to different rigs, put a 1060 in here, 1060 in there, and then this big beast in there. This will keep this at about the same power level. And then we're going to move some power out of this and put it into a different case. See how this looks. We will swap this out right now. So these are the cards that I took out of there. Here's the Strix, 1080 Ti Strix. Big card. That was my main card on my computer for a long time. And here is an Gigabyte Aorus 1080 Ti. Here's something interesting. Look at all this oil. This thing's like leaking oil everywhere. There's an actual puddle of oil right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it looks like a mess. I need to find some Kleenex in here and just wipe that up. I guess I need to do the thermal pads on that sooner rather than later. The temps are good on this thing. Great temps, but it is leaking oil everywhere. That's got to be the thermal pads leaking, melting, whatever, decomposing, doing whatever that they do. So these are going to go onto this rig. This is just a little 5-card rig here. These 1060s are going to go into that other case. And then these big guys, the 1080 Ti's, are going to go on here. So I need more power. So I've just got a 1000 watt here. So I've got this here, 850 watt. So I'm going to run the two new cards off this 850 watt, the two 1080 Ti's off of this 850, and then I guess I got three 1070s on here, which are going to, 3 1070s and the motherboard are going to run off this 1000 watt. So let's do the work on here and see how this thing looks with some new cards on it. So here is that rig right now. We've got our 1080 Ti's on here, and 1, 2, 3 1070s. Extra power supply, old power supply. So this power supply actually didn't have the right cables to plug in this add to PSU. So I had to swap the motherboard to this one. So this guy is running the motherboard, two 1080 Ti's. So most of the power draw is actually on the 850, but whatever. We're still at like 550 watts max on this thing. So that won't be a problem at all because that's an 850. So in order to connect these motherboards, I got this add to PSU. It's just like this. We got the motherboard power, the 24-pin motherboard from the secondary power supply, and a Molex from the primary mother supply, the primary power supply. So that plugs in there, and then this just makes them both turn on at the same time. We'll just tuck that in there. There you go. It's just tucked in there. There's the rig, both cards. I've got them on the same little surge protector here. Let's fire this thing up. Boom, there we go. Pretty lights, perfect. So I'll have to go in the software and change this up because these used to be 1070s. Nope, this used to be 1060s. They're definitely not 1060s now. Now there's some big boy cards. This is what used to be in there. These little tiny small fries. Look at how small this little thing is. Such a tiny little card. Pretty cool little form factor. It'd be nice to make a whole rig out of these little guys. Here we are back to our server case with the big old 3090 in it. I've got these little tiny baby 1060s in it. Look how small they are. They look hilarious in there. So those are, hopefully there's some space in here to get some good cooling on this card. We'll see. Hopefully this thing cools nicely. I'm not sure how it's going to act in here. This is my very first time putting a 3090 into a server case. and my very first time with a reference edition 3090. So this will be interesting. I haven't changed out the pads in it. I want to run it for a while and see how it is. It is winter. This isn't a garage, so it should be kind of cold. We'll see. If the temperatures heat up, I will change out the pads. And if it needs more work than that, I will maybe move it into some other case. I don't know. For now, it's an experiment. I got the little 1060s in here. So I put two 90 watts, about 300 watts into this thing, and then took out 410 watts. So it's a little bit more than I had before for power draw, but it's close, so it should be okay. I am going to put this thing back and fire it up.
Here we are a couple days later. I got busy, so I was not able to record this right away. But here is that rig in the server case. I've got my new 1060s in here. There's three 1060s actually in here. These EVGA ones are the ones that I swapped over. There's the other one, EVGA. It's doing 22.8, 22.6 mega hash. Here are some clocks. I might be able to bump these up a little bit actually. Is anyone else out there running 1060s? What are your settings? I find if I up the core on the 1070s and 1060s, like here I've got it upped a bit, it increased the hash rate because these cards just kept dropping and dropping. I upped the core and the hash rate started to kind of come up a bit on Ethereum. But back to that 3090. Here it is right here. 3090, 119.5 mega hash, 42 degrees. It's cold right now outside. It is right around freezing. It is not warm, so this card should probably stay cold all summer. I might have to redo the pads in the spring. Hopefully not before then. We'll see. So back to the clocks. I got 1100 core clock, 2080 memory. I might be able to bump that up a bit. I'm running about 2300, 2200 in some other 3090s. This one's a reference edition. I didn't want to push it quite as hard as the others. I could give it a shot. It's saying 282 watts, which is fantastic. Come over here to the shell. You can see 119.59. It's doing awesome, this card. 281 watts, according to the software, 282 watts. That's really good. My Strix is doing like 311 watts for 123 hashes. So this thing uses 30 less watts for 3.5 less mega hash, which is pretty awesome. Here is one LHR card. This thing's running on T-Rex. I should move this over to NB Miner actually. This is my only LHR card. This 3070 right here. This is my only LHR card running on Ethereum. All the others are on Raven. So that is the new 3090. I am happy with it. It is doing awesome. I want some more of them. I'm not going to lie. I want an entire rig of these things. So, successful build. One extra card. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give me the thumbs up if you like it. Help me out any way you can. Take it easy, guys.